The next game on the list is F-Zero AX, not to be confused with F-Zero GX, which came out for the GameCube. So AX was kind of the sister game in the arcades. It had its own big cabinet and everything, but it was never really released outside of the arcades. However, a couple of years ago, people realized that the entirety of F-Zero AX was hidden in the GameCube game, so you can hack it with an action replay and actually play it. So it's a little tricky. It's a long code, and when I first put the code in and booted it up, it goes like F-Zero GX. I'm like, oh, son of a... Like, I just spent like a half hour putting this damn code in, and then you're like, oh, here we go. So this is kind of a wireframe model of the arcade unit. Please fasten your seatbelt before you start. Everything's timed, so you can do a race or a time attack. You can see the little wheel turn. We're gonna do a race. Outer space. You have your little traditional slider here. I generally do better with a little bit less acceleration because I'm a little more out of control when I'm driving, especially when I'm bouncing into crap all over the place. So this game is basically F-Zero GX, but the difficulty is set a little bit higher. There's no real like novice mode, for example, and your time. So just like say virtual racing, you get time extensions. And you got to do everything quick, you got to know the course, otherwise you are basically just done. Honestly, it's pretty tough. Although I know a lot of you out there are going to be like, what are you talking about? Like, how dare you say it's tough? Like, you're an idiot. Well, so be it. And the thing is like, you really have to dance with death in this, because you are being very much timed in addition to racing. So you kind of have to use your boost power to the point where you're almost about to die, and then you have to refill it. So it's like, you're really kind of pushing it with this particular title. 9 seconds to go. Oh my god. So basically you have to get in place here. Boost your way. Oh my god. You really have to hit all of these yellow boosts too, otherwise you are not rocking and rolling here. Oh my god, 10 seconds. Yeah, there's no way. There's no way. Oh my god. I'm done, I'm done, I'm done. No! Retired! So this is a rare F-Zero game because there weren't that many arcade units available. I used to frequent arcades, I still do whenever possible. I've never seen an AX unit, period. Just never seen one ever. Have you?
No.
No, never seen one in the wild. So I was thrilled to find out that the game was secretly in F-Zero GX. Very, very cool. So instead of like emulating it or having to purchase an extremely expensive arcade unit, basically all you need is a GameCube, a GX, and a rare and expensive action replay. The disc and the memory card. So it's kind of a bitch, actually. It's kind of a bitch to play this game. Oh, Dave. Oh man, get that boost, hurry up, time extension! No! Retired. So some of you might be wondering, what are some of the differences between this game and regular old F-Zero GX? They're pretty similar. They are sibling games after all. AX is a little bit more pared down. The difficulty is bumped a little bit higher in that the default is like not akin to novice. It's a little bit higher in terms of its difficulty level, in conjunction with the fact that you're timed. So normal F-Zero GX, you know, if you just do a Grand Prix, you don't have that countdown timer. This really has that arcade feel in that you gotta hurry, and it's probably munching your quarters. Now, cool feature is that you could actually take your GameCube memory card, pop it into the arcade unit, and unlock cool stuff. Basically, it had interactivity between GX and AX, which was really cool. The game would also print off, if you wanted, these F-Zero license cards, which was pretty cool. And if you use those in conjunction with the GameCube memory card, it would increase interactivity between the two games. And the license card also kind of stored your information and data from AX, so you could come back and kind of resume where you left off, if you can ever find one.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's a feature I don't think I've ever heard of anything similar in any other arcade game, like having that sort of connection to another game.
Yeah. Very, very cool. Yeah. Very cool. I just wish it was less rare. Like I said, I'd never, you know. Also, I mean, the GameCube was out when arcades were kind of dying, you know, and I really feel that like the Dreamcast was the last console to really be like, I'm gonna get ahead of the arcades. Like, because when the Dreamcast came out, everyone was like, holy crap, like this is better than arcade graphics. But I don't think that was ever said ever after the Dreamcast. So it's like GameCube comes along, not too much long after that, and people are not thinking about arcades as much anymore. This is a fast-paced freaking game, I'll tell you that much. I mean, obviously, I'm sure there are people out there that are good at this game, but like, imagine it's like you want to get first place or like at least like top 6 or so, but half the time, like you can't even. Oh my goodness.
Can't get above 30.
I mean, it's really one of those things. You gotta memorize the courses. You know, if you're not memorizing the courses, you know, you're kind of done. So what did you think about F-Zero AX?
It was very cool. I mean, so a completely different feel from, you know, the original 2D versions.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So there was definitely a variety of tracks. Like there was the 3D one with no walls. It almost kind of auto guides you through the course. There's not a lot of stuff to run into compared to the other games, but they do have, you know, courses that are more like classic courses.
Yeah, I think overall, I think it was a great little addition and like a very cool thing to discover in a game that you may already own. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more H4G game reviews, don't forget to subscribe to see new episodes every week. And for those interested, we have just started a brand new Patreon page. Definitely check it out. We're working on some great perks and rewards for you guys. Links are in the description below.